Don't ever lock out your elbows doing an overhead tricep extension unless you want shoulder problems in your later years. Locking out your elbows on an overhead tricep extension puts way too much pressure on the AC joint of the shoulder, especially when you're using heavy weights, so it really puts your shoulder in a vulnerable position to get injured. So here's what you should do instead. Pause with your elbow just slightly bent right before you lock out. That way you keep the majority of the tension on the tricep, and then slowly come back down to where your hand and the resistance is right behind your head. And then you can go back to the same position. That way you don't put too much pressure on the shoulder and the majority of that tension stays in the triceps. That way you reduce your risk of injury significantly, but you still target the triceps in a much more effective way. Now, if you want to lock out your triceps and still target the outside portion instead, just grab a straight bar and attach it to a cable pulley. Keep your elbows in the same place the entire time and then slowly push out, down and away from you instead of straight towards your legs. Lock out and then come back out while still keeping your elbows in the same place and get that full bend. If you want to lock out, that would be a much better exercise for you to do versus having resistance behind you and over your head where your AC joint is vulnerable to injury. If you like this video, share this with somebody who could benefit as well.